Hi there, back again, school lunch and breakfast challenge. We're coming off of Thanksgiving vacation week, and so this is what the students received for both breakfast and lunch. So for breakfast, they received the grain bar with an apple and juice and white milk, and for lunch, they received the chocolate milk, a muffin, and carrot sticks. Again, I'm not making this up. This is what they received today, high school kids, for lunch in our district. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna use the milk, apple juice, apple, and apple grain bar. We're gonna go ahead and make a caramel apple spice mug cake. So to start it, we're gonna make our caramel, which is 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of our apple juice. And we want to stir this around to moisten the sugar. You can just use the same teaspoon. We're going to place it in the microwave 30 seconds at a time. After 30 seconds, open the microwave and do that 2 more times. So 1 minute and 30 seconds in total in the microwave, or until the caramel is golden. So we don't want to go too far. After the first 30 seconds, you can see that the sugar has dissolved, but it hasn't turned color yet. So we're gonna put it in for another 30 seconds and check it after that. So another 30 seconds, 1 minute in total, and the caramel is clear. So there's really not gonna be a lot of flavor to it. It's very thick, it's very hot, and a word of precaution, you wanna use a microwave safe container and something that is large in size. So this is an 8-ounce measuring cup, nothing smaller than that, in order to cook your caramel, because it does bubble a little bit, but the key is making sure that you have that microwave safe container and really watching it. So you can see it's starting to get thick. It almost looks like corn syrup right now. We want to go ahead and put it back in for 30 seconds, but we're going to watch it, because if this starts to get too dark, we need to stop the microwave early so that we don't have a burnt flavor in our caramel. So I went only 20 seconds this last time, and it is an amber color, if you can kind of see that on the screen, okay? And it will start to set. Do not touch it. Do not get it on you. It will give you a really serious burn. So we're gonna set it aside and let it set up. While it's getting cold, we're going to take our apple and peel and chop it into a small dice. So I've cut my apples, and to a mixing bowl, I want to add in about 2 tablespoons of small diced apples. And you can just estimate this. Okay, so about 2 tablespoons. The remainder of the apple, I'm going to take into that measuring cup or whatever microwave safe container I used, and place those apples right down inside. So as it cooks, the caramel will bubble up and it'll make a caramel apple in addition to the apple in our apple cake. So we have about 2 tablespoons. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of a vegetable oil. So right now, 2, 2, and 2. And our Nutri-Grain bar. Gonna break that up and add in our apple cinnamon Nutri-Grain bar and mix that all around. So I went ahead and I softened the multigrain bar in the wet mixture. I'm just going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. You could leave it out if you don't have it, but it's a nice addition for the flavor. Mix that around. And then to this, I'm going to add my dry ingredients. So to this, I'm going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And I'm gonna stir that around to form a batter. You wanna make sure there's no pockets of flour in there, that it's evenly mixed. And it should be a fairly stiff batter, like a muffin batter. Okay, and we're gonna take this and pour this over our caramel that we created with our apples on the bottom. Flatten it out, and we're gonna place this in the microwave for upwards of 3 minutes. We can check it after 2 minutes, but this will take a little longer to cook because of all the apples in there. It's been 3 minutes in the microwave. I let it cool for 30 seconds, and then I turned it upside down. Some of the apples might stick in the bottom, but you get that gooey caramel. You can add the apple back onto it. But look how pretty that looks. And if we take our fork and cut into that, we have apples in our cake, a fragrant smell of cinnamon, wonderful caramel apples, nice, light, school lunch challenge, accepted, completed, delicious. Enjoy.